So I already create this already. All right, I'm gonna start new, start fresh, add a plane, add your lights. Now I already pre-made this already, and if I go back on it, I'm sorry to hear because my screen capture recorder, it might mess up the code. We're gonna figure out what the problem is and what you're gonna have when you start making stuff like this. All right. Okay. First of all, we need to clear out some variables first. All right. So before we'll add a new FFM. All right. We clear out some variables. We'll add a timer. That's our variable. And our timer to 800 or 400, whatever. I had original 400. Another variable will have a vector. Pro. We'll keep that in mind. And we'll have a game object. Okay, B. Okay. These three are going to come in handy. Just have these three. Because sometimes you might use this to set your vector. So we'll get our button down. So we're going to go input button. Input button, and we're going to get button down. And as simple as that. Okay. We could do right fire. Okay. Or you want to do button down or button up. You know, you could do that way. Or you want to get mouse down. Alright. Mouse down. Alright. Don't add nothing to it because it's going to cause errors. Alright. And this is simple. Okay. The complicated part is we will show you now. Alright. We'll acquire an empty. Okay. Zero out the properties. Make sure it's lined up with the. Put it in front of the camera. Make sure it's in front of it a little bit. Okay, make sure it's up a little bit. Okay. Now you can make a gizmo for it. So we'll name it point or pointer. You know, whatever. You know, I spelled it wrong. But spelling doesn't make any difference. You can spell it anything you want. So we'll drag and drop the point in here. We'll drag and drop that. Remember the grenade we made? We'll go to it. We'll create our own prefab and drag and drop the grenade. You're done. Okay. Next, we want to add force. So we go into what property? We could go in here, you don't have to squirrel around, but for the sake, you could type it in saying add force. Okay. No torque. Add force. Okay, it's required a ridge body. Alright. The add force is requiring a ridge body. Okay. Everybody's saying, what's going on? What's the issue? Why requiring this? Can we, can we do something else? No, it required a ridge body. You know what I mean? And clear that out is making that as a restore variable. It's timer. Okay. Alright. Now I'm going to show you some issues. Now, if we get lucky, if this thing works. Alright. And I was singing. Not singing that horrible. It's somewhat. And I'm trying to learn how to sing from a diagram. I'm not a singer. Used to be a rapper, but I don't want to be that no more. So after it got created, we end it. Alright. Now the problem we're going to have is, what the problem was going to have is we can't spawn it back up again because it end right here one time. So we got throw in, and we send it back to transition, throwing, back. I explain why. Now we're gonna have some issues. Now the issues is I'm gonna show you. You see what happened? What just happened there? It added once, right? Because it finished it. So we'll say throw. We change that to a custom throw. Alright, and we'll change this to throw. Alright. There's no vector there, right? So now it doesn't want to keep adding, and it's this is the messed up part, right? Right. What we doing wrong? So if we could like to click that, that's the wrong. But you don't have to click that. See, now I'm gonna show you something. It's gonna be really screw your head up. And I'm gonna show you something. It's gonna have issues. Alright, we're gonna have issues now because the screen capture recorder. Now I done that. Now this is the really headache part. Now I done everything around about. This is the new Playmaker. This is different, a little bit different from the original. It doesn't go back because what we got button down, right? And we got button down, right? And that's transaction. We only need one button, right? Right? To continue the transaction, right? And the speed's going too fast. I'll put 200 here. I'm gonna show you something, right? Now this is gonna be a lot of bug issues. This is something I made and tested already, and it's the problems you might have when you start testing this. Everything's still shooting out fast, right? And it doesn't add no more, right? Okay, let me show you something. Let me add my my template. All right, I'm gonna show you something. Simple throw. Okay, now the simple throw is involving two things. Is creating this. We did that. We create that, right? What we did wrong. Ah, you see, don't you? Now this will work. So many levels. Because one, it will work because I already pre-made it. See, it goes back to itself. All right. So now the issue is, how do we fix this problem? Right? We're running back to itself. We're running back to itself, or whatnot. All right. So we paste it into this camera. That's FM2. So we go to FM1. Now I'm gonna delete 2. second one is what? What's the second one? Pray to God this is the remove that. Okay, that's the second one. Alright, it's fixable itself. Alright. Now we change this to finish. Now we still may have issues. Why? Watch. It works, see? And we put it again. So what was the problem? We didn't turn it to the space into world properties. We turned it to world properties and it wouldn't work. So we've got to turn it to itself in order to work properly. That's the issues you might come up. You could do, and a simple problem like that is if you didn't make pre-made stuff already, you already made this, and this is your first time making it, and I already made this a dozen times, and I'm just showing the issues you might come across, and you can figure out, and it takes hours and hours to figure out, and you can't get it right. One thing, the space properties. Now, if this don't work, and you did all this and it's still not spawning right, you might have your timer up too high. And sometimes if it don't work, you had to go get to add a position right here or a vector, you know what I mean? That will solve the problem sometimes. And turn into custom. Now I changed this to finish. If you put this into throw, it won't work, because if you got a custom mode, it won't work because it won't know what to do. Now let me show you. Let's put back in throwing, right? And we run this again, right? What just happened? What just happened there? Now, tell me the reason what happened now. Now, what's going on with the action script down here? What just happened? It's all fade out to gray, right? Why is not transferring to this? The order to transfer to that is a mouse up. All right. Now, the translation, the mouse down, the mouse up. That's fix that problem if you want a custom mode. But if you want to do it automatic, it won't work. So that's why we change it to finish, because once it done that, it will finish that and goes back to the states. This work on every metal, every level. I mean metal level. Let me show you. See? And it goes back to state 1. State 2, state 1. State 2, state 1. And you can keep adding all day. They're blown up in the air because I add too many force. You can add many force you want. The next step, we are going to do the first person shooter. And this is the problem we're going to have when we make our gun. This is our gun spawning stuff. And this is the collusion when we start making our gun. We're not going to use that. We're not going to use physics. We are going to use physics, but we're going to turn them off. And the problem we're going to have, we're going to send to crash, because I did make one and it crashed. And I'm going to show you the problems that. And I'm still humping errors. The reason why, because sometimes